All right, good morning, everyone. So it's been about 2.5 weeks since I posted an update on the trees. So I was just gonna make a video talking about where we are right now and what the next steps looks like. As you can see, a lot of these are doing pretty well. I brought these just inside on this cart for just this video because it is extremely windy and very noisy outside. So this is a chestnut. You can see it's a little tilted. A lot of times when they're growing fast like that, they'll tilt a little bit, but they'll straighten up. Here's a sawtooth oak. Here's probably the biggest sawtooth oak we have right now. And then I'll make another video later, probably in a year, on my thoughts on sawtooth oaks if you don't have them. There's a lot of good about them. There's a lot of bad. I could say right now the germination rate of the acorns is significantly higher, it seems, than the bur oaks and some of the other oaks. Here is a tray. I ran out in my other video. I said I ran out of the big containers, so I ended up using. I have these tubes like this, and so I went ahead and used those. This is 98 in this one flat here of sawtooth oaks. And you could barely see, but it's starting there. And here's some more. So I'm gonna have plenty of sawtooth oaks. Most of the chestnuts, probably 50% germinated. As I said in my other video, I think some of that was because my refrigerator got too cold. I haven't seen movement out of the bur oaks yet, which is maybe to be expected. They are extremely slow. We'll see. They were, and I made a comment on one of my other videos, it got extremely cold here and they were outside in the containers, but negative 15 degrees Fahrenheit is cold, very cold for us. And so they were outside. So we'll see how well they do, or if that killed them. But I'll give an update on that. So the next step, very important step here, as these, and I'm going to use this as an example. I've already done this one. I did this 2 days ago. It's so growing great, but you're going to want to remove the nut. So whether it's a chestnut or a oak acorn, you're going to want to remove that. I've made the mistake of not removing that, and the squirrels and other things will dig up the entire tree just to eat that off, which is very sad and disappointing. So once it has some pretty decent leaves on it, I wish I would focus a little better, but once it has leaves about that size, it's not really using this very much. The easiest way I have found is I just take and kind of dig it out just a little bit so I could see the little stem coming off, if you could see that. And then I'm going to try doing this one-handed. I just reach in there and cut. Oh, I got one cut. Two-handed is much better. But you'll cut that chestnut off, or again, acorn, whatever it is. Then just cover that back up. Like I said, some, they dig them up quickly. Some is when you transplant them. We're talking a year later, they'll dig them up. So be warned that if you don't remove those. I've been using this cart to take some of these in and out at night because, like I said, I've had quite a few that have got dug up this year, which is not normal for us. But once I cut the acorns off, or the chestnut on that example, I'll go ahead and remove those from the cart. And put a couple more that's starting to get leaves on. Luckily, it is extremely windy here, so that's bad for making videos, but great for building strong trees because they're going to get wind at some point. So you don't want to keep this, like if this was strictly indoors, and growing like that, and then you try to put it outside in wind at that time, it's more likely going to snap off or bend over or something like that. So as they're growing at this stage, you really want them in the conditions they're going to be in. If you don't have wind in your area, then that's great. But around here, it's pretty windy, so it's good. It's a great time to have them out growing. So I'll update. Like I said, it's probably been a week, 2.5 weeks since I gave an update. I'll probably, as these progress, I'll give you guys another update in a few more weeks. All right, thanks for watching.